Hello everyone, I'm ImKibitz and welcome back to Timberborn, the post-apocalyptic beaver colony building sim, where you are highly encouraged to stay hydrated. And a little while ago, the game got a huge new update, Update 4, that does a ton of crazy stuff. Like, you know, give the game 80% higher FPS, along with an entirely new food production chain, monuments, and more. But anyway, if this game seems up your alley, be sure to check it out on Steam by clicking on the first link in the description. And thank you devs for sponsoring this video. So we're gonna be starting a new game here, playing as the Iron Teeth faction, both because they get most of the new stuff, and also because I vibe with their disregard for the environment. And speaking of our environment, let's check out the map we're on here. It is a custom map wherein all the water will come down this way, and then we'll be able to build a huge reservoir off to the left here in a massive farmland, and do the same off to the right, and then all around the rest of the map, we can do whatever we want. Getting started, the game's not so bad. Just build a bunch of paths, send your beavers off to chop a bunch of trees, and of course, you gotta keep everybody hydrated. And of course we get to stockpiling resources, doing some science stuff, and building houses. Just all the usual colony sim stuff. FYI, I've played this game quite a bit. I've made a couple series on it already. So we're gonna be flying through things relatively quickly so we can get to the new stuff. It's mostly, again, gonna be based around food production. So a lot of the buildings, a lot of the UI has been changed. And all of our crops are like, what? Kohlrabi? Cassava? Soybeans? Canola? Corn? And eggplants. We're gonna start with, I guess, the first one. Rock and roll with that. Oh, but here we go. This is all the crazy things now. So there's a fermenter, oil press, hydroponic garden. What? A food factory? What? Okay, dude, that's so cool. And of course, coffee. But all that future tech is a long way off, so we're gonna need to expand exponentially so we can get there faster. Which shouldn't be too hard with the insane amount of farming we're about to get started. Oh yeah, and who could forget actual survival? So you see all of our beautiful farmland and all this jazz? Yeah, it's only farmland because there's water nearby. If there's no water nearby, it's not very pretty, and plants don't grow, and eventually, they'll die. So as beavers do, we go and build massive dams to protect us, so that even once the water all dries up, our little pocket of paradise can survive. Now that I have this forester here, we can start planting trees as well as crops, and then we can sustain ourselves. But this is all super different. Dandelions, they make medicine. Coffee bushes, that makes coffee, but I think that's a late game thing. Then there's new trees. A mangrove tree, that must be partially submerged in water. Then oak trees. Well, I guess we're just gonna be planting oak trees then. A lot of oak trees, because we have a lot of farms and houses to build. But alrighty, the drought has ended, the sip has returned, and I have built pretty much a decent starter village. We have a bunch of science, we have a bunch of houses, and we're brewing beavers out the wazoo, which is how this faction increases its population. Also, power is online. It's not the best, but the power now at least is running, and we're making some more advanced things. And really, the only thing holding us back at this point is food. We don't have enough. We're pretty much just surviving off of berries. So let's get the fermenter here. It uses the cassavas. It makes 4 into 10 with a little bit of power. But look at this, it's such a weird shape. It's like a pump. And then another thing I was looking at is that a lot of recipes need canola oil. That's kind of like the water droplet type thing there. And we make that with the oil press. So we'll probably want you too. And that is looking more familiar. I think the plan with this is we want 3 of these. We need lots of food oil because we're gonna be doing a lot of food processing. That also means we're gonna have a super massive space for all the canola. And with all these products and things, we gotta store it all in the giant warehouses. Oh, but wait, no, it's oil. We store that in a tank. So let's just put that down there and see what else we got. Well, it's a hydroponic garden, but it needs advanced materials that we don't have. And then the food factory. Yes, that's the main thing, because it can make all manner of different foods. So let's unlock it, and oh dude, that looks so cool! Big fan. Since this is gonna be used by like everything, we're actually gonna have that right in the center. Maybe we want a bigger tank too? There's this new large tank. And Jeez, dude. Yeah, I think that might be enough oil. But it's gonna require me to reorganize things just a little bit here. But these fermenters are giving me a lot of trouble. Like, we could have them like this, then the oil presses here won't fit really well. And ideally what you wanna do is you wanna have all the buildings touching each other, because then they automatically pass power. Or else you're gonna have to do some crazy log punk stuff that we have all over here. Wait, look at this. Oh, dude. The spacing works out so well. What if we do that instead? And we bring all these paths together. Have that over there. Then I suppose this whole space will just become factory zones. Because we need like these planks to make other more complicated builds. We need gears for the same thing. Yeah, you know what? Fine, we'll do things this way. This will remain general factory stuff. This will be food processing. And then farming and housing forever. Oh wait, the power! The thing I was freaking out about. We still have to bring that over somehow. This will be a little annoying, but I guess we have to build that. Get rid of a few paths over here. And then do the same thing with the logs where we just have to sneak them over any way we really can. So sneak those to there. This has to go up. Then we have to put a platform down to hold another log. Then that'll all spin. The best part is once we quickly throw all this stuff together, we'll have all the food in the world. These things are unbelievable. Now that they're actually running, look at this. This warehouse is full of the pickled whatever we've made in there. It's nuts. This one is filled as well. This one over here is gonna be filled in no time. Like, we make so much food, I don't even know what to do with. And that's not even the best thing. Like, we're getting into the crazy stuff. Like, look at all the canola now. Oh my gosh, it's gonna fill up this large warehouse in honestly a second. Though once we get the food factory online, dude, I don't know, man. The main thing holding us back though is we need metal. We need lots and lots of metal to get all this stuff operational. And to get metal, we need to go over to these ruins over here. Now, in this game through its development, there's a thing called districts. Like, one of these district buildings, our main building, has a certain range. But now in this update, the range is unlimited. However, the beavers will be super inefficient in getting all the way over to here and then bring the metal like all the way back, or vice versa. So we're still gonna go and build districts. Let's just go ahead and make a crossing. Oh, what the heck? They changed all this too. Yeah, this is all very, very different. There used to be like an import from one district, export to another, and all this logistic stuff, but now it doesn't look like there is, which is great. Just hoping it doesn't cause problems. Oh, and back to our main district though. Since we have like 1,000 food now, we can make a lot of beavers, and we're just gonna have to worry about housing. So the houses actually get to stack, or at least a lot of them. So we could stack up more houses here, or we could build big houses up over there. So each of these holds 16 beavers, so that's another 32. Yeah, once both of these are built, we double our population. Fantastic. And just to make it a little bit nicer, we'll even throw on a nice little roof, which is actually important because all of the beavers have basic needs, nutrition, social life, aesthetics, and the better the stats are in here, the faster the beavers will work, run, and live. So we want to do all this aesthetic stuff. We want to have multiple food sources, and we want to keep everybody reasonably happy, at least until the numbers start getting crazy. Oh, but wait, how did they get here? There's no district. What? The gate's built, and I built a path around the gate so they'd build like the staircase here, but it looks like, yeah, they can just go all the way over there. Again, infinite district limits, so we don't have to build another district. And I guess if this is working, why not? Oh yeah, because everyone will die because they're too far from food and water. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Now let's build a new house here, call it heavy metal. Now how does the gate work? Whoa, what is all of this? All of like the inter-area trade is in here, manage distribution. Oh my gosh, dude, what? Well, we definitely want to export like all of that stuff. Oh, and then all of this stuff is set to permanently import. Okay, so that's cool then. All we have to do is build these guys a house, give them some water, and what these two will do is just bring it to this gate, and then someone, hopefully, will come and pick up all the stuff from the gate. And I guess we need one more beaver to go from the gate, grab all this stuff, and bring it back here. Okay. No, they got their house built, their little sippy tank done, and guess what? All of the metal has been brought over and smelted into the cubes and stored in here. So now we can get on to food processing. Wow. Holy canola. All right, let's turn this on, the press. Let's get this built, high priority. And then we can start making rations? Corn rations? Eggplant rations? Algae? Yo, you better believe we gotta make eggplants. Are you kidding me? No, we got like so much stuff to press. You online. You online. How's the power grid looking? Not good. So while these poor beavers drag all the metal around, let's go ahead and build a power source. These beavers have water wheels and they work great and all. But we also got engines. Engines take up a lot of resources. You burn logs to make power, but at this point, we need them. Okay, engines online. Logs are a burnin'. Oh, and there's like a supply will last for this long. That's pretty cool, actually. But we'll still keep them off for now just to save a bunch of logs. Once all this stuff gets activated, then we'll start turning them on. Hey, and look at this thing. Dude, that looks so fun. Oh, wait. And this, you must fill it with the oil. Now we just have to hope the American beavers don't find out about this. Only thing now is we have to wait on a little bit of metal to actually get this built. But we already know we want eggplants. And you know what? Let's make corn rations as well. If that's the case, in our farm area, we'll make 2 more mega plots for eggplants and corn. Now we just wait for that, but at least the food factory's done. Is there anything else we could make? Corn, eggplant, or algae? We will want to make all that in a second. But then for the rations, I'm gonna have them stored over down here, next to the housing, which I expanded to make into this lovely mansion. I guess so that will mean we're gonna have to add on an extra food processor, but that's totally fine. And also to keep all those food processors running, we're going to need even more food. So I brought all the water now into a pit that's underneath all these platforms, and that will make all of this green space for more eggplants, corn, and soybeans, or whatever else we need. Because I have expanded our systems quite a bit, and apparently flooded our fields. That'll be fine. But no, expand the systems quite a bit. We now have 3 food factories, and then I added in coffee. Because how do you work without it? Yeah, the process tree is pretty simple. You grow little coffee bushes, then it's harvested, and then we go and have the coffee get brewed in these coffee makers. Takes a little water, some logs, and the beans, and it makes a ton of coffee. In fact, this large tank is full of it. That is a 1,200 liter cup of coffee. So that should last, you know, half the morning. Then beside it are just some of the normal things in the game. Like this is all medicine, which we're making across the street here. The medicine is just made with the dandelions. And then just some more water. Because we have all these food containers, I was just like, you know what? Why not? So food will continue to go crazy. Even though we have tons, and literally tons, of canola seeds, we're still gonna need more too. And as we're looking through the food stuff, I forgot about the hydroponic garden. This is another new thing added in that just takes water and it grows mushrooms, and I think that's algae. The big thing with this is that A, it's stackable. Like you just throw on as many as you want. And more importantly, you can build these wherever you want. They don't have to be on green space. So we could have these just all on the dirt here, and it won't be a problem. So instead, we're gonna go to the other side of kind of the Scar River. And we're gonna start building over here a little bit. Yeah, because they're stackable, we are gonna go a little crazy with them. So that'll be 12 hydroponic farms. And with all those mushrooms and algae, what do we do with them? Well, the food factory can make the algae into rations, and the fermenter turns the mushrooms into fermented mushrooms, which sounds ugh. But we get 4 times the amount of food out of what we grow, and 6 times the food in the factory with the algae. Oh, but everything takes forever in the gardens. So all in, I don't really know what's best. So whatever, we're just gonna make both. We'll do the food stuff up there. We'll have a water barrel down here. We'll have another barrel up here, again for the oil. And then we'll try and include the fermenters up here too. Oh, but I forgot power was a thing. So instead, small barrel of oil. And we'll have the power over here. Then bring it all up through the back here. And you know what? Out of all the new food buildings and all this jazz, I'd have to say this is my favorite. It just is so cool when you stack it all together like this. With the food factory up top, all these things built, it's just neat. I have some storage for all the food we're gonna make here. And now we just have to get these farms started. Ooh, and look at all the mushrooms and algae now. It's so nice. I love all the farms. There's so many extra little details in this update. Now they should all get harvested, yes? Bring home the mushroom. 95%. Oh, this one was done. Okay, that's 99. And yeah, it starts from 0. And all of it is brought upstairs, which is pretty inefficient. That's okay, because now we're gonna get fermented mushrooms forever. The stockpiles too. Oh, that's just normal mushrooms. Those are the fermented mushrooms. So yeah, the new stuff is in here, and I'm gonna just store extra corn and eggplant rations over there. Jeez, though, this is so much. Something I'm just gonna keep an eye on for a little while. It's just our food numbers. So we have 1.3 thousand food right now. And I'll see after a couple cycles how much food this whole system actually brings in here. After building literally all of this, we need one more grand thing to tie it all together. A monument. And these are all new because the original ones were pushed to the other Beaver faction. So tribute to Engineerity, 600 horsepower? Yikes, that is some turbo endgame stuff. Flame of Unity, we could do that. And a labor monument, we could do that too. Let's put this somewhere over here. Or better yet, right in the center of our city. Just get rid of these and build these up here. Glorious. And let's also build this Flame of Unity. And then we'll put this right on the big roof here. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. Kinda wish I built this one a little bit higher up, but that'll do, bud. And for the best part, listen. You see, that's what it's all about, bud. And quickly looking at food again, it's looking insane. The algae finally grew and is being turned into rations, right? And the rations are going to last forever. Because we got, what, each of these produce 70 each? So that's 280 algae times 6 once it's processed. Just 1,680 food? Really, dude? These stackable hydroponic gardens are absolutely top AAAA plus tier. They are busted good. In fact, all the new stuff in this update has been absolutely incredible. So if you already own the game, be sure to check this all out. And if you haven't played Timberborn before, now's the best time to try. And you can do so by clicking on the first link in the description. But anyway, that's gonna be all for now. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.